Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. A couple of weeks back, I wrote that negativity reduces your chances of connecting. And because it's rude to make a statement like that without offering solutions, I gave a few alternatives to negativity in dating profiles. As an example, someone commented, "Sounds a bit like toxic positivity, which is unhealthy." My reply, "I don't think you and I agree on what toxic positivity is. Toxic positivity, or sometimes positive toxicity, is a dysfunctional approach to emotional management that happens when people do not fully acknowledge negative emotions, particularly anger and sadness. The process of toxic positivity results in the denial, minimization, and invalidation of the authentic human emotional experience." No one is suggesting that you cannot feel bad or have negative experiences. No one is suggesting that you cannot express those things to the people around you. No one is suggesting that your experiences are invalid or bad. In fact, no one is even saying that you can't share that you have negative experiences or times. And you can do what you want. I'm not even telling you not to be negative. I'm telling you that if you are excessively negative in how you portray yourself in your dating profile, that you will reduce your chances of connecting. And I'm giving some options on better wording, not denying or changing your experiences. Today, I'm going to dive a bit deeper into toxic positivity and its effects. The problem with positivity. Be positive. It'll get better. You'll get over it. The messages are everywhere. See the good. Ignore or push away the bad. Move onward and upward. And I'm often one of those voices. My Throwback Thursday podcast on May 19th was to a post from January 2021 that was my argument that you are worthy. You are worthy of love, of friendship, of compassion. Pretty damn positive. Because I do, after all, believe that there are good bits and bobs often hidden in everything, everywhere. And it's easy to miss those when we are focused on the negative. Or when we are just stressed and overwhelmed and having a hard time. Seeing the positive can be tough. And it helps to have those reminders sometimes. Sometimes, though, positive messages have a negative effect. Humans are at their best when they experience a wide range of emotions in life. Overweening positivity can deny the validity of many not so positive emotions and minimize the human experience. Some things just wholly and completely suck. Some things are terrible, sad, horribly unfair, and not at all good. Some things will leave scars. Some things take a long time to bounce back from. Positivity can even be toxic. A few quotes pulled from online. Toxic positivity, or sometimes positive toxicity, is a dysfunctional approach to emotional management that happens when people do not fully acknowledge negative emotions, particularly anger and sadness. The process of toxic positivity results in the denial, minimization, and invalidation of the authentic human emotional experience. here's how it might show up in your everyday life. Masking your real feelings so you seem happier or more positive. Moving on when you're not yet over it. Feeling guilt or shame over your negative feelings. Minimizing of feelings, for example, it's not that bad. Comparisons and perspectives of feelings, for example, other people have it worse. Showing frustration at others' less than positive feelings. Brushing off things that bother you, for example, it's okay, or it is what it is. That said, it can suck to feel negative more than we feel positive. And we all know that sometimes it does take a perspective shift. How do we do that without pouring toxicity all over ourselves or others? Instead of look at the bright side, let's first accept and validate our feelings. It's okay to feel shitty about something. And it's okay to feel shitty about something and accept it for what it is. To say, I'm not yet over this, but I will get over it, even if I feel bad about it now. It's also okay to look for the good. Like whenever life feels particularly harsh or difficult, take a moment to look for any good. It might be hiding. It might be small. It might be hard to spot. But it matters. Positive does not replace the negative. It lives alongside it. It makes it easier to live with and through. It gives us something to work towards. It gives us hope and sometimes a reason to keep going, to keep striving, and to keep connecting. I'm personally a pretty positive person. And yet, when my surgeon told me that she wants to perform a double mastectomy as a preventative measure, I got all up in my feels for a week or two. And really, I'm not used to feeling that way. And I didn't expect it. After all, I've been thinking this is probably going to happen for a while. And I've always said I wanted to get a boob job at 50. Well, I'm turning 49 in 2 months, so the timing is perfect. But I still felt sad, like I was mourning the loss of my tits. And I was, and that was okay. And so I processed, and I gave myself time and compassion to do so. And I told a few people around me, and I started some research. And I'm getting a second opinion just in case there are things I didn't consider or my surgeon didn't think to tell me. And I'm pretty positive about my ability to handle all this. And I came out of it. Just one day I wasn't feeling sad about it anymore. But I probably will again as I go through the process. And I will embrace it and accept it and turn to my friends for love and support. And I will look for the good, new sweater puppies, and hold it as close to me as the bad. What are your thoughts? Have you experienced toxic positivity at the hand of others, or maybe you did it to yourself? Have you found a good balance through a tough situation that you're willing to share? Thank you for joining me today. If you love this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me on our new apps available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores. Dating Kinky. It's built by Kinksters for Kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla, and it's free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We're on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Also, find me on the new Moan app in beta for iPhone. I'm Miss Nookie there. TheMonapp.com. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.